Happy 2024, the second day. Let's hop into a good book. Nona's Secret Library. Oh, we know we love the public library, and last year was the 150th anniversary of Chicago Public Libraries. Yeah, but now we're going into the 151st year. So let's dive in. This is by, two ladies who are very talented. I don't want to mess up their names. Wafa Tarnowska wrote it, and Vali Mintzi illustrated. Oh my goodness. This is going to be part one, part two? I think so. There was a girl named Noor who lived in the city of Damascus, which was described by those who loved it as the fragrant place. Apricot and cherry orchards surrounded it like a sweet-scented belt, while rose perfume filled its street. But one day, the city began to lose its fragrance because war was knocking at its gates with its smelly tanks and noisy guns. Noor's name means light in Arabic. It was indeed perfect for a girl whose face was as round as the moon, whose eyes were as bright as stars, and who brought joy to everyone she knew. The person Noor loved most in the world after her mama and baba was her cousin Amir, who was like a brother to her. When they finished their schoolwork, Noor and Amir would climb trees, play hide and seek, and jump over puddles. They especially loved reading adventure stories about detectives. Ooh, I used to like it. Encyclopedia Brown. They wished they could find treasures and go camping, have picnics, and solve mysteries like the characters in the books. They dreamed most of all about having their own secret society, a club just for their friends. Noor and Amir looked for a meeting place for their secret society down the winding alleys of their ancient city. They decided who should be invited and even invented a secret handshake. After months of planning, they were ready. The secret society of the Damascus Seven would meet in the storeroom of Baba's bakery. The invitations went out to 5 carefully chosen friends, along with a secret password. Baba promised to bake his famous yellow saffron cake covered with almonds for the occasion. The morning of their first meeting, Noor woke up to the sound of planes circling overhead. Moments later, shells exploded, shaking their window panes. "What's happening?" cried Noor. "I think the fighting we've seen nearby has spread to our part of town," Mama said, watching the sky through the window. "We need to stay inside and wait for the fighting to stop." "When will it stop?" asked Noor. "When people talk and try to work out their differences," answered Baba. "Will that happen today?" asked Noor, thinking of the secret society password she'd stayed up late to memorize. "No," said Mama, "not today. In the meantime, we need to keep safe in Ali's basement." The basement was dark and damp, with only one small barred window at street level. 30 people huddled in a space designed for 6. When the electricity was cut, people read books and newspapers by flashlight or candlelight. The grown-ups listened to the news on their phones while the children played cards at their feet. Everyone hid in their basements at night during the worst of the fighting. The soldiers often rested in the daytime, which gave people a short and precious chance to go home or out for supplies. The souk was shut down, and there was very little fresh food, and certainly no sweets, biscuits, or treats. At first, Noor's Baba brought over some leftover pastries from the bakery, which he carried down to the basement with hot, sweet tea. Yummy. But after a while, bread was only available once a day, and Noor and her family often went to sleep hungry. There are a lot of people still suffering in the world today. The fighting lasted for days on end. Noor and the other children stayed safe in their buildings' basements at night. They could not play outside anymore. All the schools closed, so did all the shops. Playgrounds emptied, and birds disappeared. Streets turned into dangerous battlefields. Some young people joined the fight. Others hid at home, waiting for the fighting to end and for schools to open again. But they had to wait a long time because buildings around them were shelled one by one. They collapsed into huge piles of rubble, spilling the things inside onto the streets like open suitcases. Whenever there was a lull in the fighting, Amir was sent out to buy bread. On his way to his uncle's bakery, he started picking up books he found in the streets. He brought them home and divided them into dusty piles according to subjects. When he told his friends about it, they started picking up books too while they were out to buy supplies. "What are you going to do with all these books?" asked Or. "Your bedroom is full of them, and they're spilling everywhere into the hall and dining room. My friends and I started collecting them, but I don't know what to do with them all. Why don't we create a secret library? We could start a reading club for everyone," Nora whispered. "That's a great idea," cried Amir. "Shh," Nora looked around. "The first thing we need is a secret location." "Is this our new secret then?" Amir whispered. Nora smiled. "It's our new secret." First, Nora and Amir cleaned the dusty books. Nora was amazed by the stacks of volumes Amir and his friends found in the rubble, each one different. Every book was like a person wanting to be loved, with a unique personality and soul. It felt safe and wonderful to be surrounded by books from floor to ceiling, big books, small books, thin books, and fat books. Some were in Arabic, while others were in foreign languages, English, Armenian, Greek, French, even Hebrew and Syriac. The world of books is wonderful, Nora thought, looking at the piles of books around her like a galaxy full of stars. Some are shinier than others, but together they make the sky sparkle. Amir and Nahar found an empty basement in a half-destroyed building. A couple of families lived in the floors above, but everyone else had fled. With the help of their friends, they transported the books one backpack at a time to their secret location. It took such courage to walk slowly, carrying the heavy loads with the risk of bullets whizzing past. They were lucky that no one was injured. Wow, the price of learning. What are we willing to do? Whenever there was a lull in the shelling, Nahar, Amir, and their friends would sneak into their new library and build shelves with planks of wood they found in the rubble. If they found a table or a cushion or a chair, they would bring them down too. They named the library Al-Fajr, which means dawn in Arabic, because they hoped for a new dawn after so many dark nights. The library opened every single day from morning to dark. It only closed for the Friday prayer. Rescuers borrowed medical books to learn about the human body and how to treat wounds. Teachers looked for ideas for home lessons. Even Nawar's Baba borrowed cookbooks to learn how to make foreign pastries and cakes, looking forward to a day when he could once again try out new recipes. One boy called Amjad visited the library every day. He lived next door, and it was safer for him to stay in a basement rather than above ground, and more fun to spend the day reading. He loved the library so much that Nahar and Amir found him a desk and chair and appointed him deputy librarian. They even taught him the secret handshake. Yeah. As word of the secret library spread, more people helped gather books. From backpack to backpack and carload to carload, the library grew and flourished. It grew to thousands of books, all gathered from abandoned apartments by brave volunteers. "Well done, my darling," said Baba to Nahar. "Your library has become a shining light. I am so proud of you and Amir." He gave them both a big hug. Girls and boys, young and old, soldiers and civilians. What is it about the books that brings them all here? Nahar sighed. "I guess reading keeps everyone's minds busy. Books don't fight with each other like people do." Wow. We're going to end there, even though we have a few pages, but let's find something that we can create this year to get our mind off distressing situations and have an outlet that would make us smarter, brighter, and stronger. All right. Have a great one.